Hey, and welcome back, everybody, to another Sea Power stream. Today, we're going to get into a fictional scenario based in 1984 called Baltic Fury. What if the Russian or Soviet back then military took over the Soviet Union in a military coup and immediately launched an attack on NATO? Very common speculative scenario that was, we thought at the time, a very real possibility. Hindsight now in the 21st century has taught us that pretty much after the Cuban Missile Crisis, everybody on both sides of NATO and Soviet Warsaw Pact were so afraid of going too far that the actual likelihood of this after the 1960s was much reduced, even though tensions remained high through the 1980s. And this is a scenario of what if, in the 1984, there was a change in that. So let's go ahead and bring you guys up. Welcome, everybody. I'm back. How you doing? My name's Aaron. I stream as many different accounts. Today we're doing Sonar and Steel. Yeah. I run the Subbrief channel. I write a lot of lectures for people. I do some side hustle for whoever asks. And then we do this on Wednesdays. Yeah, this is WCW, War Crime Wednesday. That nomiker was made by you, the chat, so I didn't come up with that, but I thought it was pretty funny. There's a whole story behind that. We'll get that name. We'll get into that. But this is a great scenario. This one's very difficult, and it's called Baltic Fury, made by fellow Sea Power player Deuce 17. So credit to Deuce. Thank you for making this. This is available on Steam Workshop for everybody, and he clearly put a lot of work into this, and I think it's really well done. Now, I've not played the scenario to completion. I've just tested it to make sure that there's no errors when you load it. And we'll see how this goes. Our briefing here is pretty clear. We have two different task forces, Lynx and Lion. Lion is supplemented with a Churchill submarine, class submarine. That's a UK boat. And looks like the Baltic Fleet is making a mass push out of, was that St. Petersburg there? And they're trying to get down towards Gotland and presumably either support the invasion of Northern Europe, get down to Kaliningrad, or maybe even break out. They may be trying to break out into the North Sea. We don't know. Our job is to investigate and stop them. The balloon's already gone up. Shots have already been fired in this scenario, so we are weapons free as much as we feel we need to be. And we're going to see how this goes. So really interesting scenario. I love these little alternate history scenarios because when I was growing up in the Cold War as a kid, I was one of the last, I guess, of my generation where in the public schools, we did the duck and cover drills underneath the desk in like the third grade. And then when I was in middle school, we would go out into the hallways out of the classrooms because the hallways didn't have windows. So it was thought that that would be more protective when in reality, nothing's going to protect you from a nuclear blast. But I come from that generation, and I actually served at the very end of the Cold War. We didn't know that it was the end of the Cold War. We just knew tensions were super duper high. And I was like, I want to join the military. I think I have the best shot in the Navy, and submarine sounds pretty cool. When I say the best shot, I mean the best shot at survival. I was like, what's the chance that they nuke a fleet? Little did I know, that's like the first thing they nuke before they nuke anything else. Yeah. So that was a bad call, but good thing I changed. I joined submarines, and we had a little bit better of a chance there. All right, enough about me. Let's play this game. Sometimes I get off on a rant here. Let's make sure my audio is working this week. I was really embarrassed last week when we went 15 minutes in with no audio. Welcome, everybody. Let's go ahead and pause this game immediately. For reasons that I will never completely understand, we are starting within weapon range of a lot of contacts that we don't know the identity of here. But I think for gameplay reasons, this greatly reduces the amount of time of the scenario so that other players, not me, don't get bored of the scenario and give up on it. I think that's why scenario makers do this. But we're already in danger, and we have no idea who's who in the Baltic Sea. Like, this could very easily be a fishing fleet, but it could also be a coastal patrol with some corvettes. So we don't know who that is. That is off the coast of Sweden. Sweden most certainly, which we're playing NATO with Swedish units, we would know who they are. If it's a fishing fleet. If it's not a fishing fleet, then maybe we wouldn't know, right? So maybe that's hostile. That's something that I don't. And this is really my only criticism about this scenario, is that we start too close to unknown units. But that could also be simulating the surprise of an attack. Sometimes you realize you're at war and you are not prepared. You're not in position. That's a very real thing. We've seen that recently. Yeah. So let's take a look at our situation here, and we're going to kind of dissect it. We have a couple. Let's just zoom out. I love what they did. Congratulations to Triassic Games making this game. They've added so many cities. This is where they're populating Europe. Clearly, they're actually doing the entire world. You can see the Middle East is populated. They're now working their way through India. They got to do SOCOM at some point. And here they're working their way around South America. What's over here in the East? I don't see any cities in Japan yet, but I know that they've already released a couple of official updates for the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. So well done with them. But what we really want to look for is, do we have any airfields? We do not. So whatever airplanes we have in the air is it. We probably have a few helicopters on our boats here. So what do we have? We have the Texas nuclear-powered cruiser. The United States used to make nuclear-powered surface ships. Many people don't know that because they did not last long. Extremely expensive to operate, turns out. Yeah. This is what made Admiral Rickover, the father of nuclear submarines in the U.S. Navy, that's what made him so powerful. He was assigned in his position to design and build a nuclear-powered destroyer. And he, being an intelligent person that understood math and physics and shipbuilding, knew that that was the worst purpose for nuclear power on a surface ship. Nuclear power is so expensive and intense, you want it to only push the most, the largest of your ships, not the smallest. So he actually, and I went over this in my Rickover video that's on YouTube, he took the money for designing and building a destroyer, a nuclear power destroyer, and he did build a nuclear power plant, but for the USS Nautilus without telling anyone. It's hilarious. The man is a rogue admiral, and he built the first, by the time they figured out what he was doing, they were calling him to testify before Congress. They were trying to get him fired. They wouldn't promote him so that he would higher tenure out of the Navy. If you don't get promotions every so many years, no matter what rank you are, well, depending on what rank you are specifically, you cannot stay in the Navy. They tried to do that to him. So if they did nothing, he would have to be pushed out. Congress made an exception for him because he had convinced Congress by hook or by crook to that he had the right idea. And so it wasn't just his political or his public testimony and private testimony before Congress. It was all the handshaking, the gripping and grinning he did in Washington, D.C. About every weekend as he worked up in Groton, Connecticut, trying to get Electric Boat to finish building the boat. I think he was actually working in Rhode Island at the time. Either way, up there in New England. And he would take flights or the train. He would get his rear end to Congress, to Washington, D.C. On the weekends or whenever he could to schmooze the Congress, senators, the Secretary of the Navy, anybody that would listen to him. And they kept him alive in terms of in a position to build the first nuclear submarine. That story is bonkers. And I have like an hour-long video on it. It's the USS Nautilus video on YouTube. You should watch that right now. Stop watching this. We're making this a game. That video's hilarious because the first 30 minutes of that video is that story in detail. Yeah, man's a maniac. But he is somebody that made the United States nuclear-powered Navy what it is. Yeah. Okay, enough about that. As awesome as he is, we got stuff to blow up. Let's do this. Task Force 24 Lion is over here. So who do we have in this? So we have the Bristol, the Southampton, couple Sheffields. Okay, these are good. These are good ships. Oh yeah. Okay. So we got some British boats with a British submarine. We got American boats with Luton's. Who is this? This is a German boat. Okay, I'm not familiar with this one. He does have SM-1 medium-range surface-to-air missiles, so air defense destroyer. So this is our primary surface action group. The Lion is secondary. He's our screening surface action group. All right, we have Wolfhound. Wolfhound is a couple F-15s. Looks like we have 4 of these. Look at that sunrise. That's really nice. We have HMS Courageous down here doing her Churchill thing. Churchill's a really good boat. They did a lot of work. We have a subbrief on the Churchill class. You should watch it because they did a lot of different things with her. Almost, I want to call it experimentation. Hey, here's our E-3 Eye in the Sky. Air Force has arrived. So these, we'll make sure that his radar is actually on, for one. It is. Okay, good. And, oh yeah, we want to check rules of engagement. So we're weapons tight and MCON, meaning all of our radars are off on our surface ships. And we have a P3, but this P3 in this configuration is anti-ship, not anti-submarine. That's an interesting choice. I don't know why that is, but okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to hit the play button. We have a lot of unknown context. This really concerns me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to consolidate my surface action groups a little bit closer for mutual defense. I don't like how close this group is to my east, and the southeast group is coming up right behind me. We have multiple threat axes here, probably, and then we don't know who these guys are either. So they're only doing 5 knots. This is probably a fishing fleet. 5 knots. 5 knots right off the coast, that close to the coast. Fishing fleet. 17 knot, we don't know who he is. Let's get some speeds here. 30 knots, probably a warship in a formation, probably hostile. 23 knots, in a formation, probably hostile. I'm less convinced. 28 knots, definitely. Okay. So speed and operation right now, this is hostile. This is hostile. This guy's probably a merchant transiting. We have a 418, 30. That could be civilian air. We don't know. And this one is 13. Okay. So we have 2 probable hostile fleets. One, we have to confirm. Civilian air probable. And then we've got our fleets. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Let's start with Wolfhound 1. Let's make sure Oracle is on. We'll put Oracle back here. He's rotating, radiating. Excellent. All right, our boy's here. We're going to put him up here. This is not anti-submarine, so we want to keep him in the back. He's got some good long-range anti-ship weapons. I'm probably going to be employing him against here because I have a clear path of fire. Let's go ahead and set up for that. Let's do that. All right, let's take Lion, and we're immediately just going to reverse back towards Lynx. Yeah, we're going to try and get him until we know who these guys are. Okay, here's Courageous. Courageous has his towed array out. Excellent. Oh, that's really good. All right, so Courageous, what we can do with him. What's our range? We got to start mapping ranges here. 26 nautical miles. Shallow water. This whole thing is shallow. That's good. Okay. So because they're surface boats, we want to be above the layer. So let's take our Churchill. HMS Courageous. Changes depth above the layer. Where's my depth at? There it is. I'm not going to go shallow. We're going to go above the layer. I'll see if I get good towed array detection if I'm just above the layer, because the towed array may end up being either in the layer or below it, which kind of ruins it, makes it not that effective. So I might have to go shallow. I could also go to periscope depth, raise the ESM mast, and get any kind of radar emissions from that bearing. What do we have right now? What is the... All right, so we have fishing boat radars. Oh, no, this is sonar information from Oracle 1. No, no. That's our radar plane. Why do we have electrical frequencies from a radar plane? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. All right, surface search radar. Pretty much every radar in the game. Okay, we don't have any specifics. All right, let's start asking people who they are. We're just going to get on the horn and say, hey, who are you? Please respond. Holy cow. So we already got we need to kill him. Okay, we have a Russian radar plane. We're going to move up to here. What's our altitude? We are at 20,000 feet. He's at 30,000 feet. That's fine. So let's undelay a little bit. I want to get in position. Let's get very close to this island here. I don't know the name of that. This is Gotland right down here. All right, man, make sure everything looks good there. Okay, we are getting turned around here. This is good. Let's take links and let's close range with Lion. I'm doing this for mutual defense. They're not going to join together, but I'm going to get them so they can defend each other with surface-to-air missiles. That's the thinking here. This is the thinking that I have. All right. Let's. I already asked him who he was, I think. You know what? We'll ask him again. I want to be sure. I'm just kind of picking one ship out of every group of ships and just giving them the opportunity to say, hey, you know, we're shipping A to B. Don't shoot us. Or we're fishing. Don't shoot us. Looks like nobody's responded to our radio calls. So you'd be surprised how common that is. Sometimes every fisherman, every pleasure craft that's out in the water is supposed to have channel, I believe it's 16 up. It's been a while since I did my boating test. And monitoring that for communication so that if anybody wants to contact you, like the Coast Guard, you know, you can hear the radio call. You'd be surprised how many times you call people on channel 16 and they do not respond because they're not paying attention. They're not drunk. They're not on channel 16 like they're supposed to be. Yeah. So that's not that uncommon. Now let's make sure. Has he changed depth yet? Let's make sure he goes above layer. Above layer. Okay, he's not doing. Okay, let's just go shallow then. I'm trying to get him up off the bottom a little bit. You'd be surprised how much more range you can get from your towed array when it's not scraping the bottom. We're not looking for sea mines at this point. All right, so I'm curious about. Let's formation. Let me. I'm going to peel off one of our F-15s here. And I want to see, what is your range with your aim 7? Okay, I'm going to get him within weapons range here. Oh, wait. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then as far as the rest of the flight goes, I want them to loiter. Okay, I'll do it this way. Okay. And they should be loitering now. Yeah, they're just doing a little orbit up here. Their radars are off. Oh, what's this? We had a detection. Oh, crap. Okay, pause. So we have a unknown submarine contact here. 16-knot submarine. That's it's probably not a whale. Probably not a whale. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do engage. Oh, we came up above the layer and we nailed his ass. That's what happened. Okay. See, the Mark 8 is a straight running torpedo, World War II style. We don't want that. Let's do a salvo of 2 on this. Oh, it's already been. Okay, it's hostile. Unpause. Yeah, whenever we came shallow, we gained contact. So there's 1. Shoot again. I gave you order to shoot 2. There we go. Now we're going to quietly go back below the layer after we shot. Below layer. Those are wire guided, by the way. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and just give him the order to shoot. We're going to take this radar plane out. Okay. All right, so while this plays out, I'm not sure what I want to leave you with. We'll watch this guy. He's racing in to try and shoot down that plane. We'll read a little bit of chat. How y'all doing? How's my audio this week? Is this better? 16 is the party channel. Yeah, that's what I remember. I might be remembering it wrong. If anyone like has an updated boating license, let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's channel 16. Yeah, for U.S. Coast Guard. Yeah, I got my boating license in like 2000, so it's been 25 years. Even if I'm right for 2000, it could have changed. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, garlic bread? Good to see you. I love your guys' names. That's hilarious. Do love me some garlic bread. Not allowed to eat it anymore. Doctor said no. I was like, why? He's like, you're too fat. Like, damn it. Stop calling me fat. The only person allowed to call me fat is my wife. I guess my doctor too. Yeah. Not you knuckleheads. You stop that. Oh, thank you, Sales Fast. Yeah, 16's correct. I appreciate it. Look at that. Me, I'm still remembering my boating stuff. I haven't renewed my license in years. I'm sure it's expired. I can't afford a boat anymore. Oh, there he goes. All right. So his target is at 30,000 feet. So he's changing his altitude to engage. Oh, he just did it. Never mind. Bye-bye. That was a good shot. Okay. Let's bring you back. I'm bringing back. And we want him to, like, go to cruise, man. Yeah, don't burn up all your fuel, dude. I don't have anywhere to land these planes, so we got to, like, keep them in the air. Got to keep them alive. That's a good start. We have torpedoes on an unknown submarine contact, and we just blinded their airborne radar. This is good. We are running, basically. Okay, is the formation together? It is. I'm going to go ahead and speed up Lion formation to a head full. Because this submarine's way too close. Oh, crap. Let's get some... I completely forgot about this. Let's launch our helicopters, please. I was too busy talking. Flight deck, there it is. I don't know if this German boat has a helicopter. Let's find out. It does not. Bristol should not have a helicopter. Excellent. Yeah, Bristol's a really good boat. She's an air defense destroyer. Yeah, destroyer. But doesn't have any ASW capability. Well, she doesn't have airborne ASW capability. Now, these tigerfish, not very good, but it's the best we got. I think even people in the Royal Navy would agree that the tigerfish was the best they could build at the time, but it still wasn't that great. It was, as far as I know, the first submarine launched wire-guided homing torpedo that the Royal Navy put into service. Oh, yeah, we want to mark the sub, by the way. We're probably going to lose contact at some point. Oh, crap, it's an Alpha. Oh, that's not good. All right, Alpha's so fast, he can probably outrun some of our airdrop torpedoes. The nice thing about having the Alpha is we'll never lose contact because that guy's loud. He's very loud. Look at him down here doing his Alpha thing. What you doing, buddy? This is an amazing submarine. We have a lecture on this too. I think I've updated it, so there's at least one though. This is the world's first automated submarine. The crew on here are all officers. It's just the wardroom. There are no enlisted. Well, they call them warrant officers over there in the Soviet Navy. I think they still have that ranking system. My point is the total crew of this is about 20 to 21 people. It's enough for 3 8-hour watch rotations and everything, including the reactor and the torpedo room, all automated. The entire crew, the entire watch section is in the control room, which is right here underneath the sail, controlling everything. You don't even have a watch stander in the engine room. You don't have somebody back there watching the nuclear reactor because you're watching it from the control room. It's all, I guess you could say remotely automated or remotely operated, and loading and unloading the torpedoes. It's all this hydraulic mess of an octopus arm looking thing that's shifting torpedoes left and right, getting them in and out of the torpedo tubes. It's pretty incredible. This thing is so far ahead of its time. It's amazing. And if they had built a lot of Alphas, we would have been in trouble. But they didn't, and because they're really expensive, they're also very noisy. I don't know why, but they didn't bother making this thing quiet at all. So the moment they put her in the water, we were like, well, there she is. What would you like to do with her? Like, the one strength the submarine has is its stealth. And they didn't give a damn. They're like, let's make it fast. How fast can we make it? They had the Papa. That's another lecture. The Papa proved that you could break 45 knots underwater, and they were like, let's make the Papa at a discount. And then they made the Alpha, and the Alpha's still pretty expensive. Yeah. Now, I can't imagine the maintenance on this thing. Must have been incredible. Every time this thing goes into port, you got to maintain all that mechanical stuff, all the stuff that connects to the control room. Oh, Lord. And then if you have a casualty, if you have a fire, who are you going to send to put it out? You only got 20 people on board. Yeah, didn't think of that. What if something breaks? Everything's hydraulically operated. What if, oh, crap. I'm sorry. I'm going to get off my soapbox. We got to... All right. That's not good. Let's shoot a couple torpedoes at these chuckleheads. Got a game to play. What am I doing? I'm talking about wild... Oh, shoot. What's this? Okay. Okay. Hostile. Fuck. Engage with. Single shot. Let's go. Wolfhound. Oh, my God. Engage. Oh, boy. This is why I break up formations now. It's just so much easier to manage. Leave formation. Leave formation. Okay, Wolfhound is now one plane. Engage with, single shot. Let's find somebody that's not being engaged. I got 2 missiles going after one plane. Not happy about that. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. This is the AIM-7 Sparrow. Pretty good missile. It's kind of have a bad reputation because a lot of flight sims gave it a bad name in the 90s. Whoa, whoa. Hey, come back here. All right, we got that one. Like, you try doing that with Falcon 3.0 flight sim and you're going to miss half the time. Yeah, so like my initial opinion of this was shaped negatively by video games because I was in the Navy. I didn't know the real performance of these missiles. Turns out it wasn't as bad as that particular game made it. Got another one. Yeah, we're 2 for 2 here. This is great. All right, let's pause. Let's re-engage because there's still 2 more there. This was a flight of 4. Now they're a flight of 2. All right, he's turned. I love the F-15. This is a great plane. This plane is so good, they started building them again. Yeah. It's called the F-15EX. And it's pretty badass. There's not a lot public on it, as far as I know. I don't follow the Air Force stuff as much as I follow Navy stuff. I hope they should bring back out the A-10 or modify the A-10 and start making that again because that really did a lot of great work in multiple theaters over the past 20 years, 30 years. I'm getting old, geez. All right, we're kind of fixated on this engagement. I need to get the big picture real quick, and I'm glad I did because look at this. Look at what we got going on here. Okay, we don't have any more. Uh-oh. Okay, I got to protect my helicopter. I just took off a bunch of helicopters, and now we got some fast movers coming in to take them out. What is our range? You probably... oh, there's an error in them. There we go. Ooh, not yet. Okay, okay. How about you? Can the... Okay. This is why I'm moving my fleets closer together. They can't support each other in air defense at the moment. Let's watch this fight unfold a little bit. Oh, wow. Okay, see, now we're missing a lot more than we were in the beginning here. Come on, guys, hit them. Good Lord. We've missed like the last 4 shots. 5, yep. All right, I'm not sure what's going on, but suddenly we can't hit nothing. All right, somebody got hit there. Nice. All right, that's them. All right, these guys are hostile, as confirmed. I guess we probably got a visual on them. We're so close to these guys. Let's go just mark them all hostile because they're in formation. Let's get out of their range for one. Get everybody up here. I broke up this flight of 4, so now I need to kind of manage them individually. We're probably not going to have time to get there. Let's go to max. What's our altitude here? Oh, these guys are on the deck. Excellent. Okay, that means they're going to be a little bit slower than we should be. But we don't want to shoot down on them. What's their speed? All right, 500 knots. Oh, we have another group coming in here. Okay. There we go. Not yet. Trying to get them within range. Oh, we got to mark. We lost contact on the submarine. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it. I'm kind of surprised. It being the alpha, should not have lost contact, but you never know. With these acoustic conditions, it could be really wild. The Baltic Sea is a bit of a, I almost want to say a bathtub. Yeah, kind of like a bathtub, I guess. What's going on here? Why did he head south? Oh, wow. Okay, that's why. He decided he wanted to hunt. Which I'm okay with that. Yep. Okay. Let's see how many of these guys we can tag out right here. Take out, rather. Ah, I forgot they're on the deck. Son of a gun. All right, let's get you on the deck too. Navigate down to 3,000 feet. You as well. Navigate down to 3,000 feet. Engage with another Sidewinder. Oh, my word. Yep, that's not going to work. I got to change his weapon because they're too close. What's this guy's altitude? 8,000 feet, okay. I had Wing Leader come in with his aim 7s and try and make some space so he could turn around. And he missed. That sucks a lot. Unbelievable. Okay, we're missing a lot right now. I don't know if it's the geometry or what. How did he get above us? It's a nimble little plane we're fighting. We got him with that missile, though. We're going to turn and engage the last one. We're in the clouds. Can't see nothing. Come on, put a weapon on him, dude. There you go. Got him. Okay, good. Woo! Whew. Okay, so now we've got some leakers here because we were engaged in that fight. Okay. So we'll try and do this. How many weapons? Oh, this guy has a lot of weapons left. All right, I'm going to move my planes up closer to my air defense ships. Okay, a little bit of chat. Hey, P Pistol, how's it going? Good to see Fish is back. Snake's here. Maddie D, how you doing? Yeah, we're playing this fictional 1984 scenario. It's really good. Pretty happy with this one. It's really intense. It starts off with a bang, as you guys can see. We just got started, and it's like nuts. Keep shooting. Yeah, he's going after our planes. Let's take Oracle, get him kind of closer to my air defense guys. Here we go. Good Lord, shoot him again. All right, fine. Oh, they're out of range. Okay, we might lose our ASW aircraft. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and have him shoot his weapons because he's about to die, I think. Might lose this guy right now. Okay. Good Lord, it's so slow. He needs to launch faster than that. Come on, shoot it, dude. Nothing I can do to save him. Shoot your last weapon, for love of Pete. Come on, Texas. There he goes, finally. Come on, man. Turn on your radar. Okay, it's on. It said it was off, but it's actually on. Okay. Come on. I'm going to start doing salvos too on these chuckle faces. All right, how are we looking? All right, we still don't know where the Alpha is. The Alpha's so fast, he's been moving around. His last position looks like was right there. He did shoot some counterfire towards our torpedoes. Looks like the Tigerfish might have ran out of range. Or we just lost contact. It could be that. Let's get some of these helicopters overhead. Now that we've cleared out the airspace a little bit. Oh my word. Are you kidding me? Shoot this guy. Sometimes you just get bad luck and you miss a lot. That's what's happening today. We started off strong with 4 hits in a row and then went downhill after that. All right, we got him. We managed to save our little P3 Orion. All right, he has no more purpose in life, so I'm going to have him go and verify this is a fishing fleet. He doesn't have any more weapons. He does have a radar. We'll turn that on. He can help support the AWACS plane. Okay, and we did get a classification on these guys up here. That's good. All right, let's get you back up to a reasonable altitude. In fact, all these guys need to go back up to 20,000. They had to go on the deck to engage those planes because they were so low. I managed to get a couple harpoons off on these. We'll get an idea of who these are based on their missile defense. We really want to get a weapon on that Alpha. There's a lot of active sonar out here. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so he just basically shot down the line of bearing of our incoming tigerfish. Okay. Oh, wow. Here we go. I don't even care who he is. I'm marking him hostile. Let's take off. Let's get some more airplanes up there, or helicopters, rather. Oops, I did not launch him. Let's do that again. Flight deck, launch. Nottingham, flight deck, launch. They're pre-configured for ASW, so I don't have to change anything. We just lost something. I didn't see what that was. Who died? Somebody just got hit. I don't know. Okay, it's fine. Is the game quiet? Yeah, I turned the game sound way down because it was way too loud. Happy WCW, that's right, yeah. What's the whale count so far? Well, we have one potential whale to the north. We're going to find out with a Mark 46 torpedo whether or not that's a whale. Yeah, that's how that happens. So we have three, we have three groups of hostile surface ships, 2 probable hostile submarines. We're about to watch this engagement unfold right here. Again, yeah, like I said, we're looking for what kind of air defense are they going to have. We'll move this over here where you can see it better. Let's zoom into our missile. So there's 3 targets, 4 harpoons. 2 harpoons are in the center of our wedge of harpoons, and we're watching the second one. So there's a harpoon in front of us, 1 left, 1 right, and then the one we're watching. And what we want to look for is how many close-in weapon systems activate at the same time, and is there any surface-to-air missile launches? Mark the range at which the launches begin. The range can be read at the right-hand side here. It currently says 6.4. Okay, we just went under 6 miles. They do have their radars on, and they're not engaging at 6 miles. It tells me that they're not air defense vessels. Or they're not warships. That could be bad. Could be that. So far, no defensive fire at all. Yeah, the only fire we see is him. Yep, it was an Osa. No, Tarantal? Looks like a Tarantal. Tarantula. These guys must have been surprised. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, we got 2 out of 3, and that ain't bad. All right, about to commence an ASW search. Oh yeah, we need to mark his position real quick. Submarine down here, going this direction. Gonna mark him. We know those guys are hostile over there. Let's see what this guy's doing. Okay, he's coming in for a visual on this fishing fleet. Okay. Oh my God. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna lay down one. I'm gonna lay down one passive, one active sonar buoy. Oh, we got a classification on these. Are these torpedo boats? Yeah, these little torpedo boats are nasty. Look at that. They put a big ass gun on the back of this thing. It's got a little hydrofoil fin right there. Fast. Yeah, these little coastal boats are designed to run in, and in this era, and even today to some extent, the coastline of any continent is going to mask a lot of surface ships whenever you're coming from blue water to shallow water in that direction, going towards land. And the theory is these guys will not be detected until it's too late, as long as they can run out, get within torpedo range, engage, and then run back in, almost like World War II PT boats. But this is the Cold War version of that. I do love that they put this double twin barrel gun on the back. We can actually look at the details of this one. Let's go ahead and bring that up. We don't see this one very often. I'm glad it's in this scenario. And the gun is an AK-725 twin. I'm curious about the caliber on this one. I don't know. Okay, twin 57 millimeter. It sounds like an anti-air gun, but it's probably dual purpose, and it is. It is an anti-air gun primarily with an anti-surface ship mode as well. It shoots just a high explosive round, so probably a high rate of fire. Soviet era guns were always good about a high rate of fire. If it wasn't fast enough for them, they'd put a second barrel on it. And if that barrel was firing too fast, they would water cool it. Yeah. We're going to keep that. That is a fishing fleet. We're going to keep identifying them. All right, let's get our helicopters up around here. Okay, right there. Oh, there he is. Engage him, knucklehead. What are you doing? There it is. I'm going to leave it default. That's fine. What's his depth? He's below the layer. Launch a second one deep. Come on, where are you at? I just heard an explosion. What the hell? Who blew up? Oh, no. I'm just saying, it wasn't any of our guys. Okay, he's launching countermeasures. I'm gonna start leapfrogging this guy. Is he going home? He sure is. Son of a bitch. Okay. Part of the problem here is this guy's going to be so fast. He's going to be hard to track down. Is he damaged at all? No. It's probably doing 40 knots now, yeah. All right, Tigerfish, Salvo 2. These guys are about to get the surprise of their life because they have no means of detecting these torpedoes. These little torpedo boats, they have no sonar at all. So they're in for a hell of a shock. I don't see any more aircraft coming in, so that's really good. The Alpha is really the problem. It's going to be interesting how we're going to hunt her ass down. I'm going to take another shot here. I'm going to drop this weapon in front of the Alpha so that he's running into the weapon and see if that gives us a chance to get him. Oh, what are you doing? Drop the weapon in front of the sub. Crap. All right. Check fire. Oh, this guy. I guess he was too close. What's going on? Why are we losing torpedoes? Let's go... hold on a second. Something's really wrong here. I think our torpedoes are hitting the dirt. Get to a shallow depth. Come on, baby. All right, he's coming up. Good. Oh, no. Yeah, what the hell? Why is the torpedo going and taking a nosedive? What the fuck? Okay. That's what's going on. Can we change the search depth on that? Yeah, we can. What the? Oh, fuck. Hey, his torpedoes are doing the same thing. Come on, please shoot. They're reloading all the tubes. Wow, it took me a long time to figure out that was happening. Okay, let's try this. We want to be below the layer. Single shot. Alpha. Drop it now. You don't even have to turn, dude. Just drop the weapon. Okay, at least he's going towards the Alpha. That's a good sign. I want to watch this Alpha drive into this torpedo. This is ridiculous. Hey, you finally dropped it. Excellent. All right, let's see if this... Not going too deep. Didn't lawn dart. Heading right for the Alpha. Alpha's already evading. What's range to the Alpha? Less than half a mile. Countermeasure's out to the left. He didn't go on the countermeasure. He's tracking really well. Alpha is 36 knots. Our torpedo's 45. This might be good. Yes. This looks really good. Come on, baby. Just close range. Is he turning into us? That'd be even better if he was. Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. So, look how fast he is. He's almost faster than our weapon. All right. Now that he's hurt, engage him again, shallow. Because if he goes deep, he's going to just sink out. But he can't evade the second torpedo. He can drop noisemakers and confuse it, but he can't outrun it. Okay, do we have any weapons ready? Oh, those are torpedo tubes, aren't they? Shoot. We have no weapons ready. This sucks. All right, so we're going to use this little German destroyer here to shoot some harpoons one at a time at these little torpedo boats. Those torpedoes were lawn darting because I was shooting them in a deep search pattern in shallow water. I should have checked that. I didn't. No, what are you doing? Oh my God, this check fire. Why would you use a gun that's not in range when you have a missile that is in range? I'm talking to the captain of this ship here. I told him to engage this boat, and he decided he wanted to use his guns. He wanted to hit him with his sword, which I appreciate that kind of mentality, but you got to use the harpoon missile when he's outside your sword range. Knucklehead. I shouldn't have to tell him that. I'm not sure why he stopped. Shoot the missile. Okay. This one's doing a pop-up maneuver on the last of the tarantulas. He's already wounded. This is the tarantulas to the south. Okay. He did. All right, so this guy is, I guess he dodged that weapon? The weapon might have lawn darted. I don't know why. Are our torpedo tubes ready? We have one torpedo tube ready. We're going to make damn sure that it's in shallow. It is. And we're going to shoot it at this chuckle face. Is this guy landing? Whenever they're doing air operations, you want to be at like a 2/3 or 1/3 bell, or otherwise this helicopter will never land. Yeah, he's coming in now. You can see him getting closer. Cool beans. All right, let's keep our P3 doing his thing. Keep identifying these guys over here. So this fleet's taken out. This action group. It's not really a fleet. Hey, the Alpha finally sank. Excellent. That's awesome. Didn't I tell you to shoot? Yeah, he's shot and there's no torpedo in the water. So even if you tell them to search shallow, they're lawn darting into shallow water. That's something for the... Oh, this is a mod. I cannot blame Triassic Games for that. This Churchill is a mod that came with this scenario. So that's not on the developers. That's probably on the mod maker. Oh, look at that. That's that 57mm gun. Look at that thing. Nice. Oh, yeah, really good. Oh, that turret blew up, yeah. Turret go bye-bye. Let's see, Michael says the captain was retrained by Doge. Yeah, to save money. Yeah, it's true. You can take on a ship like this with your cannon outside its torpedo range for sure. You're not very likely to get a hit, though. And you may end up inside torpedo range before you do. But you would save money if you don't lose the ship. Yeah. I never want to fight a war on a budget. That's just me. All right, so we found a submarine. We've destroyed 2 flotillas. Let's slow back down to a head 1/3, and let's do a sonar search. That torpedo's not going to turn around, so we can go to the west and be fine. Oh, yeah, we've got this action group up here. Let's kind of go perpendicular to that. We'll get a good total array search on these knuckleheads up here. There might be more subs, so we're not going to assume that's the only one. We are going slow. Are we still doing air ops? It looks like we are. Is that helicopter on board yet? He's on board. Okay. So now that he's on board, I'm going to go and turn this formation around. Our area of responsibility is south of this island and north of this island. So I'm going to turn these guys this way. We're going to do see if there's a submarine over here. And we're going to go ahead and light off everybody. Yeah, as a fleet, make sure all the sensors are on. I hate how there's no check mark when you do it for the fleets. Like if I go active sonar for the fleet, I want to see a check mark there. That way I know the order was received. This is the set. Oh, the U set 80. This is a really good torpedo. We should actually be afraid of this one. How far away is that? It's a long range weapon. Yeah, we're 20 nautical miles away, so I'm not too worried about it. It's not that long range. I think it is 30. Let me just double check. Is it? Oh, it doesn't have it in the database. Okay. I think this might be... There's no way it's 30. Yeah, it can't be 30. I'm thinking 30 nautical mile range, maybe. If it's in waycombing mode, that's when you get into the 30 nautical mile range. This does not appear to be waycombing. This is just doing a passive search right now. All right, so we've confirmed that's a fishing fleet. Let's confirm this guy's coastal merchant, just going down the coast there. Let's turn... Lynx is now... This is our primary task force. These guys are now covering, air defense-wise, our primary or our secondary screening fleet. So let's turn them around. I don't want to get too close to that torpedo, but we got to start driving that direction because that is our area of responsibility is where these guys are. So we want to make sure that they don't get any closer to Sweden than they are right now. Oh, and we have the box launchers on the back here. Those have the Tomahawks. Yeah. But those are the land attack variant of the Tomahawk. The thing with the Tomahawk, it does have both land and sea attack, but they're not interchangeable. So if you load your ship up with land attack Tomahawks, you can't shoot them at a ship. They'll never see the ship because the electronics and the seeker head are all different, very different. So you just, those are kind of useless to us with no land targets. We really got a big advantage, I think, in this scenario whenever we targeted. Identifying that radar plane was key. Shooting it down before it could share targeting information apparently happened, and that kept whatever fleet this is remaining to the north from engaging us, or we were outside its range the entire time. But we were clearly not outside the range of this fleet because they took a shot at us. This Turia fleet, the torpedo boats. All right, there is a submarine. Yeah, what do you call it? Yeah, there's a submarine up here. So let's hit that, and then I want you to go active sonar buoy right there. I'm going to put an active sonar buoy and a passive sonar buoy about 500 to 600 yards apart, and see if we can use both of them to detect, a wide area. Conditions do not look good. Look how stormy it is. This means there's a high level of noise above the layer. And the layer is either deep or there isn't one. And in shallow water, when it's this choppy, there probably isn't a layer. All right. Our boy here is going to check out this boat. I expect this to be a coastal merchant. Those are the little merchants that just drive along the coastline. They don't do any kind of blue water navigation and just go port to port locally. Think of it as a local truck delivery, but at sea. Very common. Oh my God, Matty D, no. Listen, it is Wednesday, but we ain't doing that. That's kind of funny. I can't sell my soul for a YouTube subscription. Can't. It's worth more than that. Look at this boat. Yeah, look at this. Wilhelm's Lines. Oh, it's one of the ferries. Yeah, named Tristan. Oh, wait, maybe it's not a ferry. It looked like a roll-on, roll-off, but maybe it's not. Oh, it is. It's got the little thing right there. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's see if we got any submarines here. Let's send a I'm gonna send a passive one up here. This active one can cover a pretty wide area. Oh, and I was right. Look at that. There's no layer. Awesome. So I want you to send a passive sonar buoy right there. We know he's somewhere in this general vicinity. So I'm going to have one guy doing a search inside the circle, and then one guy's going to set up a perimeter outside the circle. I put the active sonar buoy right in front of the direction of motion, hoping that, one, we'd get a detection right away, and we didn't. So now this area should be clean of a submarine. In other words, he maneuvered either to the west, east, or north. He's not going south. He might be going southeast, though. This is kind of a wasted of an F-15, but I don't have anything else for them to do right now, so I'm going to go visually identify that plane, or the ship, I mean. We can probably move Oracle flight up a little bit because we don't see any aircraft coming in at us. And if they do launch a second wave from St. Petersburg, which is way the hell over here, I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him coming. So we are going to take out this fleet. That's a given. This guy's doing 5 knots. Towed array's out. He's tracking that fleet on his towed array. We're closing range on the location of a second submarine with the Churchill. And I'm just going to keep walking these sonar buoys around this location. Because there's no layer, it makes the sonar buoy employment pretty easy. You don't really have anywhere else to put it but in the water. I'm going to have a good screen north to south in front of our Oracle 1. Trying to keep this plane alive. Oh, Exeter, what happened to you? Is he damaged? He's not damaged, but he's just... All right, let's remove him from the formation. Yeah, that helicopter landed, and then he just kind of lost his mind. He's drifting now. Yeah. All right, he's responding to orders, but not sure what that's about. You know what we can do? He's got good ASW capability. Let's go hunt this submarine down. Hell yeah. So the submarines, we believe, is coming this way. Okay. Uh-oh. Am I dropping these in the mud? No, okay, good. One thing they always told us, AWACS, was we are the noisiest thing in the sky electronically, but we've never lost an E3 to enemy action. Yeah, I hope that made you feel better. Yeah, because you certainly weren't hiding up there. The whole idea was to light up the sky with electromagnetic energy, which you guys did. The E3 is no joke. Yeah. Some of us crew now had bounties on our heads. You're probably getting a lot of opportunity to work with other countries, but I'd be very careful of that. I know they went after a pilot that was training Chinese pilots how to land on aircraft carriers in South Africa. Think about that. How far away is that? There's no getting away from the long arm of countries that want to enforce that. I think that was a UK pilot because he was in Australia, I think. He might have been an American. I don't know. I know he's in jail right now. I think it's an Aussie joke because that's where he was. That's where his family lived. Probably still lives. All right, so this is weird. This submarine might have got away, and that happens. Nothing you can do about it. But we're setting up Exeter here to find him. Let's get him at a head standard. He does have his towed array out, so he's got a VDS. That probably limits our speed. It doesn't actually do that in the game, apparently, so I'm just going to simulate 17 knots or 18 knots is our max speed with VDS out. All right. What are you guys doing? This formation's kind of tight. Does anybody have harpoons? Let's see if anybody's got a weapon that we can use. He's got 3. All right, that fleet might be within harpoon range. Yep. Let's see what he's got. Know where you'd want to visit anyways? Oh, yeah. People there want to hurt us somehow. Yeah, right. I know. Yeah. I think all of us vets get those emails, get those offers. A lot of times it comes over WhatsApp because they think that's secure. That's hilarious. It's like, if you know what you're doing, you know that that's not secure. Give me number 3, buddy. Give me number 3. Launch it. I see it on the rail. Launch it. It doesn't need a fire control radar. Yeah, there you go. There's no limitation on harpoons other than how fast can you launch it. Oh, hey. We got a classification. Look at this guy. Oh, this is going to take a lot of weapons to sink this guy. This is the Sevdalov. Russia calls it a battleship. It's a cruiser at best. Very similar to an American World War II cruiser. Yeah, very similar. What do we got here? If you want leaks, go to War Thunder. Yeah, right. I know. Those War Thunder guys are off the chain. They need to calm down over there. Stop saying stupid crap. Hey, we found him. Oh, yeah. You, put a weapon on this chucklehead. Oh, let's make sure it's shallow. Yeah, shallow weapon here. I didn't expect we'd get a regain, but I'm glad we did. So what is the, who's detecting you? What sonar buoy? SQS 53, which is that one or that one. So the sonar range today is, survey says, 1 nautical mile. Very, very close range detection. Actually, why did we detect him before? That he was closer before. That's really odd. Yeah, we don't have a 3D model because we don't have a classification. This might be a whale. Either way, he's going to go away. I will have no regrets. That whale knows what he did. This fast mover here, he's going in to put eyeballs on that ship. Yeah. You got Nightbotted? Oh no, what happened? Sink the whale. Hey, oh yeah, the Nightbot doesn't like it when you use all caps. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised you got away with the second one there. Don't get in trouble with Nightbot now. I don't want Nightbot to start charging me money. There we go. All right, let's see what this weapon does. Don't hit the ground. I set it to shallow. Look at this. Pull up. Pull up, Maverick. Pull up. Oh, no. It's going right for the dirt. Pull up. Man, it went down to... It's at 400 feet. This is not shallow. Whatever. Seeing an F-15 over the Pacific? Where did you see that? Japan, maybe? trying to get this guy in front of him. How fast is he going? 20 knots. If this is another alpha, I'm gonna be mad. Don't give me 2 alphas, video game. That's too hard. All right, this torpedo looks like he's tracking. Yeah, he's definitely tracking. He did go back shallow. So the torpedo went in the water, went down to about 400 feet, enabled its electronics and all that stuff along the way, then went shallow to do its search, got a contact, which it's now tracking and closing. The contact's moving at 20 knots. If it's moving at 20 knots, this may be a diesel boat. If this is its flank speed, it could be a conventional submarine. Okay, I want you to drop a sonar buoy right here because we're going to maintain track. Sorry for the noise, folks. That's why I turn the game down for moments like that. Yeah. Oh, crap. My little green screen's messing up. I can fix that. There we go. Oh, it's a November? Tandem 4? Oh, it says Charlie. I didn't see the missile tubes on it. Charlie? Oh, there they are, right there. VLS. Okay, I see him now. Yeah, Charlie's dangerous. Oh, because you said but. Okay, is that why? Man, it got upset. I'll tell you what, Nightbot, he's kind of tight. Listen. He doesn't put up with any bad language, even the word but. You gotta use one T. You gotta spell it wrong. Yeah. All right, so yeah, this torpedo went shallow. These things really initialize pretty quick. But whatever. It's good enough for the game. Oh, he launched noisemakers. Look at him try to defend himself. That's adorable. Here you were thinking Nightbot and I were friends. I know, right? And then he turns on you. Yeah. Yeah. Nightbot is the lone security guard at a mall overnight when all the stores are closed. And he takes his job really seriously. Yeah, he's marching around with his flashlight looking in all the gated stores. Yeah. That's Nightbot. I'm just his side gig is all I am. I'm his hobby. Oh, we're going to get him right in the snoot. We're going to boop the snoot. Yeah. Take that, communist. Oh my god. You know what's funny is he can still launch his weapons. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is what we're going to do. If he surfaces, I'm going to shoot a harpoon at him. Please surface. All right, which one of you knuckleheads got a harpoon? Oh, I'm going to strafe him with my F-15. We're going to do 20mm gun runs on this chucklehead. I got to get him down on the deck first. Now I'm just toying with my food at this point. That's all I'm doing. I wonder if this is a war crime. It might be. This might qualify as a war crime. Oh, he sank. Son of a gun. Get back up here where I can do my fun. Stop taking my fun away. All right, fine. Where's my jet? Oh, wow, he's already there. This guy got there in a hurry. Calm down. He's like, I get to do what? Hell yeah. All right. So now we got to close and engage this group up here. Okay. So we're sending one group, search for submarines in this gap. I'm going to send this group to intercept. They shut down all of the harpoons, apparently. Yeah, I don't see any damage on this. Oh, I'll take it back. Apparently one harpoon got through because it's on fire. What ship is that? Okay. Well, we definitely don't want to get within radar range. Kind of harpoons. We have harpoons. Negative. Now, this weapon, this GWS, might have an anti-surface ship mode. Let's see what happens if I do that. He might be fire control radar limited. It is a sea dart. Right? Yeah, the sea dart. Huh. How many fire control radars you got on this thing? All right, he's going ham. He's lost his mind, and I love it. Exeter's trying to like, uh-oh. Oh, shit. That's not good. We're being shot at. How dare they shoot at us? Don't they know who I am? All right, we're about to have a missile fight. Missile on missile violence here. It's really sad. It ain't got to be this way. Everybody's in the clouds. We can't really see anything. Stop missing. All right, that's a hit. Yeah, they're shooting these anti-ship missiles at us. Yeah, Exeter's out here winning medals, man. Look at the point defense on this thing. Holy crap. He has a lot of guns. Yeah, electronic warfare is pretty crazy. Our upgraded, it is SM, whatever the new one is. It's escaping me right now. It's really good. We put it on the Arleigh Burke Fly 3. Ooh, pretty good. Like, I don't know how you're going to shoot a missile at the Arleigh Burke Fly 3 and see it. What I find interesting about electronic warfare today is our modern capability to mimic so many targets. You know, you can take one ship and turn it into a fleet of the same ship or different ships. You know, it's just incredible. All right, let's fire a large salvo of 8 and try and finish off this cruiser. Oh, we don't. Okay, those apparently the 2.5s don't have anti-ship capability. I did not know that. Well, now we know. Salvo of 8 of the other ones. I kind of want to. Well, let's watch the launch and then we'll read the write-up on it. 2.5. Yeah, it's anti-aircraft only apparently. And then 3.0 adds anti-surface capability. Oh, no, don't have a visual on that one. Let's engage. Salvo of 8 on him. No. This guy's got a lot of armor because it's like World War II era ship. But it's burning now, so that's probably going to do a lot more damage than these missiles will. We just want to keep that fire going. We'll watch this engagement. If this wave doesn't take him out, we'll put some harpoons on him. Try to get the rear end here on fire, too. All right, so they should be within range now. The attack is coming from this direction. There it goes. So he doesn't have his close-in weapon systems anymore. They must have been taken out. Oh, no, there they are. Okay. I see them now. Wow, they both hit. I'm going to stop talking crap about the Sea Dart. Apparently it's pretty good. It did not do this in the Falkland Island War, let me tell you what. That might have been Sea Wolf back then. I'm not sure what that Sheffield class had. They might have had the older version of the missile. All right, we managed to put the rear end on fire, so he's got 3 fires. He's going to burn down, probably. I really want to take out that point defense because I want to shoot the harpoons at the rest of the fleet, but this guy's in a good position to defend pretty much everybody from our direction. He's still making way, too. All right, what do we got down here? Any harpoons? You know what? I'm going to launch... we'll do a salvo of 8 again. Oh, he just sank. Hallelujah. He finally burned down. It was the fires that did it. It wasn't just the missiles. I mean, the missiles are good, and we hit them a lot, but it was the fire that did it. Oh, shoot. I got to check something. I'm going to do this. We're going to watch the attack happen. There's a ship right there. I'll be right back while this goes down. Give me a second. think I just burnt my lunch. No food for you. Oh, man. That's what happens when I get into this game a little too much. I forget about the other stuff. Yeah, these little sea darts are badass. Okay, I made a little note to self. They hit pretty consistently, and they managed to avoid point defense over and over again. This is a Cresta. This is an air defense destroyer cruiser. It could be a, well, if it's the Cresta, it's a cruiser. We're about to find out. Yeah, we're beating the hell out of it. These things are like super missiles. All right, yeah, he's still around. He's not dead yet. Keep firing. Who's got those missiles? We got 11 remaining. Let's shoot a wave of 8 more at the other guy. At the guy in the rear with the gear. Oh, he's dead in the water. Let's hit this guy. We're going to spread the damage around. Let everybody have a little taste, a little sample. It's a cruiser. Cresta's not. It's a sunk cruiser. Cresta or not. Yeah, either way, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a Krevac. This little thing took some damage before it sunk. I'll give it some credit. Yeah, Krevac. This is the Cresta's little sister here. Yeah. She's like that little angry Japanese girl that goes around, crawls out of your television. That's what Cresta is. Keep firing. All right, everybody's ID'd. I hope this is... There might be a submarine that we don't know about. That would be the only thing I can think of that would keep the game going. All right, we don't have a classification on this radar echo, but it is dead in the water. So let's watch this happen. We don't have a 3D model. I've got those turned off so I can't visually look at it and be like, ah, that's what it is, and then adjust my tactics. It makes the game much more realistic for me personally. But yeah, this game has only been out 10 months now, and it's really come a long way in 10 months. I'm really impressed with how much they've improved it. I was really on the fence about when they released it because I had been asking about it because this game was in development since 2019. As far as I know, it might have been even earlier than that, but 2019 was when I learned about it. And it was 2024, and I was like, where's this game at? And then it came out, and it was really rough. It didn't have a lot of the features it has now. A lot of the scope and scale that it has now, too. So it just takes a long time to make a video game now. Yeah, Harry, I do recommend this game. I know the publishers. I know the guys that made the game. So whatever that title is. And they're good dudes. So there's no question about that. Come on, baby, sink for me. All right, so we got a dead in the water contact. I don't want to. I want to leave some missiles on that ship. I'm not going to use all of them. We do have a couple of harpoons here. Oh, it was a Cresta. Okay, hold on a second. Let's do harpoon. Let's just do a salvo of 4. This should be enough on whatever that is. Yeah, this is the Cresta here. Look at this thing. Oh, it's chunky. She's a chunky girl. I like them big. Yeah, this is a good boat. Ship, whatever. Yeah, pretty good. It does it all. It's got ASW capability. It's primarily an air defense, but it's a really good design. Pretty impressed with this one. That's almost a thumbnail right there. Look at that. It's all pretty. Got guys in the water. That's our thumbnail. Okay. Cool beans. So whenever you got the towed array out, your direction of search is perpendicular to it. I'm going to draw that for you here. I know you know what the word perpendicular means, but I'm going to demonstrate it anyway. So here's our submarine. He's headed this way, course 310, maybe 330. When you have your towed array out, your sonar is looking this direction. So, 330, it's looking down to the south at about 240, and over on this side about 060. So keep the target, like the target we have now, up that way. If there's a submarine up here with these guys, which is what I thought, we should have them, But sonar ranges are really short, so maybe not. But our best opportunity to detect another submarine is with this towed array back here. And the best position to put that towed array is 90 degrees from the bearing of the target. Always took a shot and never asked the question, asked for forgiveness approach to cold waters. Got really good at evading torpedoes. Yeah, cold waters is fun. The torpedo evasion in that game is fun to watch too, which is why a lot of people like it whenever I play it. We don't invade every torpedo, but we evade most of them, and it's a lot of fun to do. I tried getting back into cold waters very recently. I just couldn't do it. I think I might be done mentally with that game. It triggers something in me that I don't like, and it's a shame. It was a fun game that we played for probably 3 years at least, maybe 4. I'll say 3 years. And it was a good run. And it's a good game. But now we have sea power. This is a global version of what is a tactical game of Cold Waters. And we're going to watch the Harpoon come in on this dead in the water contact. I assume he's damaged. So we're going to see what happens here. Got like a little glitch right there. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, the LCS has a working module. It is a good minesweeper, which is what I argued was good from the beginning. Just send it out in front of the fleet. It'll find the mines. I was surprised this guy was making way. No, he's dead in the water. Well, he's making way now. What happened there? So he was dead in the water for no reason? He was just watching his buddies get blown up in front of him, hanging out in the rear. He's probably not going to last much longer, but let's help him out with that. Let's launch 4 more. Oh, there it is. It's overkill. All right, message. Baltic Fury, June 1984. Congratulations, Commander. Initial Soviet forces have been interdicted. That's a big word. Intelligence reconnaissance from the northern East Baltic Sea has identified a significant Soviet SAG and ARG. Yeah, this is the briefing. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. No, is this the briefing for the next one? Okay. Southwest towards Stockholm. Intelligence indicates significant Soviet air activity with mass bombers and troop transports heading west. So this is what's going to happen next. This is part of a series called Battle of the Atlantic by Deuce 17 is the author. NATO forces fully occupied in Western Germany and Denmark borders where Soviet forces continue heavily bombard NATO lines. Orders. Commander, you are outnumbered and outgunned. On your own initiative, an immediate tactical withdrawal from Gotland area of operations. You are ordered to head south to Copenhagen Straits and rendezvous with Task Force 24.3 Valkyrie to defend Copenhagen and signal. So that's a little teaser as to what's coming next. So I'll have to see if that mission's already complete. And if it's not, we'll play it when it is. Motivation to do 17. If you haven't finished the next part in the Battle of the Atlantic series, I'd love to play it again. And he did a really good job. This one was difficult in that I had no idea there was a submarine up here. We just got lucky that we found it. Yeah. And our score is over 10,000 maximum score. Really good. Didn't lose any units. Is that right? I could have swore we lost somebody because I saw something called Queen flash on the screen and then go away. And it happened so fast I didn't get a chance to see what it actually was. So, but we don't have any units named Queen. So I'm not sure what that was. Other than that, great scenario, great stream. Love doing these on Wednesday. We do have another stream on Sunday that we play on the Jive Turkey YouTube channel. If you enjoy video games, that's something you may want to check out while you're watching your football. Okay. And we'll see you over there. Otherwise, we'll see you next Wednesday. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you. Have a great one. I'm going to go throw my burnt lunch in the trash and maybe I'll order out today. That's what we're going to do. Let's order out some food. Yeah. Time to eat. Well,